Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way. And today we'll be unboxing the veteran Abrams. So let me tell you more about it. Wrong Way. What are they doing up there?
I think they're renovating.
Alright, so this box has been on the way for quite some while. I was waiting for it patiently, and even though the commander was sent out later, this arrived later. This should be later. But anyways, huge thanks to my e-wheel for sending me this out for testing purposes. Actually arranging this thing, because Leaper Kim actually sent me out this wheel to keep. So now I can't shit about it. Or they wish I wouldn't do that. Super excited, huge package. I would say as big as the one I had for the Monster Pro. There's some controversial opinions onto this wheel for now. Already some reviews out there. So I'm just like curious what it's like to actually check this thing out. All right. Oops. As we can see on the box, no labeling that it's a battery inside. It's kind of concerning. All of those vehicles should have at least a sticker, but all of those batteries are at least tested for the UL 371 certificate. All right, nonetheless, let's open it up. I was waiting for a day already to open it up. I couldn't wait for it. Had other stuff to do. And as a reviewer, I have to wait to record it on camera. Unboxing.
What a rough life.
It's a rough life. I also got an info from my e-wheel that I should update it right away with an Android phone. So this one is already charging in the back. I'm not sure actually if I'll be able to pick it up from the box. Oh my God, it already looks so huge. That's what she said. Look at that. That looks already massive. We have a plug, which is a European plug, very nice. And here we have an open box of a charger. The charger is fanless, and I'm a fan of that. But the max outputs here, 2.3 amps. So with the battery we have here, which is 2.7 kilowatt hours, this will charge over 10 hours, like 11-ish, 12-ish hours. Which is really a surprise for me because the stock charger on the Sherman is 5 amps. It's twice the power. I don't know why they went this way. Maybe they want to just keep the cost down, but I'd much rather have a faster charger right away in the box than a slow one. Good thing is, of course, that it is quiet, so that's cool. I'll probably use it a lot because it's just quiet. Okay, let's get the styrofoam out. Ooh. Nice styrofoam quality, A+. Doesn't leave any marks anywhere. This was already open. I think you have to stand back. My dear Mono Cat, stand back, make the distance. Let's see if I can take out the Abrams. 46 kilograms. I've been not training. I feel a lot of pain now. I thought it would be bigger actually. It doesn't look that big, does it?
That's what she said.
Let's put it next to the... What's that? All right. Oh, let's put it next to the Sherman. Next to the Sherman looks kind of big. I mean, this one is on a stand, so obviously it's a bit bigger. What? I don't know, I thought it would be bigger. Maybe that's because I had a Monster Pro. I have just like a different frame of reference. It's definitely big, but I wouldn't call it like ginormous. It's very wide though. It looks much wider. And why is it so plasticky? Like this is my thing. It's just, it feels like a toy. Like just in comparison, here's the Sherman. And this has 6,500 kilometers. Nothing. And this thing Hat eine Schraube locker. Probably it's in transport mode, but of course we have to see about that. Let's try to turn it on. It is in transport mode. That's great. That's how it should be. All right, so probably we just need to connect the charger, so I'll do that really quick with the stock charger. Let's see if the kickstand works. Oh, this is so flimsy. This is just a bigger gust of my breath will tip it over. I'm actually curious if I can do that. You think my breath can tip it over?
Maybe.
Okay, it can withstand my breath, but can it withstand my pinky? No. All right. Nevertheless, here in the back we have the light unit, and this is like a whole unit, and like this whole sort of module has also the charge ports and a USB port, and above that we have the light. Now we'll look more into the details of how it's built in the teardown and in further videos, but that's the essence of it. So let's just move it to the side, connect it. Now the transport mode should be deactivated. So let's turn it on, and it does work. So on top of the wheel, here we can see, I guess, the identical display to what we have on the Sherman. We have this button to just go through different settings. The beeper sounds a bit different because now it's here underneath the front light, which is pretty cool. Hopefully it's more audible, although it wasn't that bad in the Sherman either. We have the OK button where we can go into more settings. Yeah, the beeper is loud, right? Mm. We have, different modes, different speed limits, and alarms. So alarm we can set up at 280. Will it be 280 still? Yeah, 280 kilometers per hour. Something that this will never reach. Brightness of the display. Leveling of the footplate, sleep. Oh yeah, here's the tilt X speed. Also 280. Here you can also adjust the tilt of the footplates, which is pretty nice. You can also have that in King Song wheels and in motion wheels, but you don't have that in Big Oats. All right, here's the light. It doesn't work. Oh, it does work. So this is the light now of the Abrams, and we have several settings of it. So we have, this is the low beam, this is the high beam, and no wait. Okay, so it's low beam and high beam. Okay, so it's either dim or bright, all of them at once. I thought there would be like a separate setting. This is the Sherman light, and this is the Abrams light, if it turns on at all. Looks a bit brighter, a bit broader beam too, so probably it will blind people like hell, but it will be good for riding in the night. Let's check out the free spin speed, and I'm a bit scared because I think they put slime into the wheel, and it turns out that this slime just like forms in just one spot, and then the tire is misaligned. So I'm actually very prepared to have a rough free spin. So let's see. Whoa! No, it sounds actually right. I didn't feel many vibrations. I saw the free spin at around, I think it was 96, something like that. So the free spin is lower than on the Sherman, but therefore the torque should be higher. It's a very heavy motor though, so I'm curious how it will be in real life. And hopefully it doesn't cut off like some of the variants of the first batch we saw in videos. All right, so let's just turn, oh, it's so loud. That's that. Last button is the power button, and still I think it turns off the rear light if you want to go all incognito. This light also shows you like directions, I believe, if you're turning. Probably will leave that for the main review. Trolley handle. Ooh! Ah! Aha! That's good. That's a good height of a trolley handle. Like, look at that. Check that out. Check that out. Doesn't seem like big of a difference probably from the camera, but it's a big difference in comfort. Like, this is probably the tallest trolley handle I had, except for King Song wheels. That feels great. Trolley handle is also wider. Feels. It's just very plasticky, this wheel. Feels somewhat stable, I guess, as stable as it can be. Better than Guads, worse than King Song and In Motion. Button works fairly well. So moving on, just a bit of to discuss the build a bit. We have the motherboard on top. There's a huge piece of metal there as the heatsink. I think it also doesn't have any fan, but I'll need to check on that. The batteries here, I actually can feel them. Like, the problem is that this wheel does have like a shell on the side, but I don't know if we'll be able to see that here. But underneath this shell is already the plastic batteries. I mean, the plastic casing for the batteries. So they went with a different approach to the Sherman. So the Sherman has a shell, and from the inside you have another, plastic shell to keep water and dust out. But here underneath, this is right away the casing for the battery, which we will have to check out if it's properly, sealed and stuff. So in terms of waterproofing, it should be waterproof, but we'll need to check on that during the teardown. There's a lot of plastic here. We have this, side piece with the off-road writing on it, so it's not totally flat. I don't know if it will be easy to put on any pads on that. We have new foot plates, which are extremely wide. Like, these are the widest foot plates probably I've ever seen. And they have a lot of those studs, which are sort of milled in. And they don't have a magnet, they have some sort of mechanism here underneath. But those foot plates, let me see. They're huge. Like, they're actually huge. Do I have the foot plates from the Commander? All right, so just for comparison, I brought the old Sherman foot plates here. You can see that they're a lot smaller, like at least a centimeter here, and also more room on this side. And if I put the new Bigode foot plates on the Commander, those are also just a tiny bit bigger on the Abrams, especially like that the mounting bracket also takes away some space. So this is how they look like. Pretty huge foot plates. Pretty huge foot plates. Ryan from Ginger on Wheels would be very happy. When it comes to the specs, it's a 2.7 kilowatt hour battery on 21700 cells by Samsung, I believe. It's a 6P pack, so a lot less batteries than on the Sherman. Given the form factor, I'm really surprised by their choice. It's a way bigger wheel. Why does it have less range? The batteries are just like two boxes here. It's not at all as, meticulously laid out like a In Motion wheel, which uses up every single bit of space on the side to mount their battery packs. These are just like 4 boxes essentially, and a lot of empty space. The motor is, I believe, 3.5 kilowatts. Huge motor, very heavy. We'll see if it's able to, get up to speed, if it's torquey, if it feels good, and if it's, also safe for the battery. But I guess Sherman and Veteran was better at those safe limits always than Bigode. But yeah, it's just really weird that a bigger wheel has less range. Tire is something I believe I will really like. 22-inch tire like on the Monster V3. Huge, should be very stable and very nice. Like just the right amount of grip for street and off-road use. Like when it comes to just the size, it's a 17-inch by 2.75. Oh, I forgot, the front headlight also moves. But why is it so? It feels so cheap compared to the Sherman. Also mud guards, like this thing will be spraying a lot of water here in the front, and also in the back the mud guard doesn't look as good as the good old Sherman. Sherman boy. Now I also downloaded an app from Leatt. I was contacted by my eWheel to make an update, and I'm taking out my old Android phone because it's not available via iOS, and I had to like install a unverified app from somewhere just to have it, and it looks like this.
Okay, now I see.
I hope they get their stuff together and make a proper app. So then I can connect it, search Bluetooth. It's searching, it doesn't find anything. Maybe I need to check the settings of the app. Well, I should have the permission of location. So I think that's about it. Okay, close your eardrums. The on one is not so bad. Okay, let's search again. Search Bluetooth. I found it. Oh, wow. So many stuff. Okay, so I think it's the LK3916. Oh, it just crashed. Nice. Let's try that again. LK3916. It crashed. Maybe I'll try switching my phone language to English. Maybe that's why it crashes. Yeah, like it can be the weirdest things. Language and keyboard. Okay, now it's in English. Let's see. Connect, search Bluetooth 3916. Yep, now it works. It was the language. All right, so now it's connected. It also shows the speed, so we can update it perhaps. Update. Before updating the wheel, lay the wheel on like this, the photo is showing. So I should just like put it on the back. But it's funny they say that because this wheel has no lift sensor, so I think I just need to like connect it to the charger perhaps, so then it deactivates the motor. Choose EUC. Sherman Max? Yes, there will be a new Sherman coming. High torque and bigger battery. Yes, it's here. Spoiler alert. Yes, I hope I get it. Okay, it's the Abrams. We can either start or we can canal. I don't know what canal means, but I'll better start. Maybe it's
Not
like
canal, but channel your powers from within you.
maybe it's short for cannelloni. It's just like you press it and there's like cannelloni spraying out of them. Confirm EUC Abrams, yes.
That's something great for the comments. People have to guess what canal is for.
What's a canal? Wrong answers only.
I guess confirm. There's, I don't know. Okay, it's a new software apparently. Confirm.
Kind of satisfying.
Oh yeah.
You're right. I'm always just like afraid that at some point a UC will just like go full ham mode and just like drive over me. It's a fail.
But now it says the new firmware.
Oh, so it's not a fail. So it was just scaring me.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so it's connected now. 98 volts. Let's see if it works. It sounds broken. Right? Oh my God, it's so high up my knees. Oh, I don't know if I can live with that. That hurts. I'll see it.
What you can do?
No?
You can wear the heels, and your knees is higher.
I'll wear the heels. But for sitting, it feels very nice. Probably will be the best seated ride ever. It feels very tall. It feels like, why? Like even the Commander doesn't feel that bad. Like let me show you the Commander. Like look. Just a bit, but that's also the pads I'm having. And so just okay. I guess I'll go out as well and check if it cuts out on me, because there was some sort of issue when braking that they didn't have enough power for the braking. So I'll check on that before I ride it. And other than that, this is a great wheel. This will have more range. It feels less squeaky. I think it's actually also cheaper to have this one. I'll really have to test that to see if it's, you know, just if it's an upgrade or not. I think this is the plastic, just like rattles so much. Wow, that moves so much. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Right. You can also see that the frame, like there's one interesting thing about it. This is a UC that has actually a frame. So this goes here and down. It doesn't go down here now, so we have better clearance as well as in the front. I think all in all the pedals are also higher, but in the back of the wheel there's also a frame. So it's good for, you know, increased sturdiness, but if it bends, then you will need to, you know, heavily pay for a new frame, I guess. Wow. It's just like, I just want to do it. Right. Is there anything else to say about it? So I guess those were the first impression and, you know, unboxing of the shirt of the Abrams. So if you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video. See you soon. Oh wait, I forgot to say, in the box there was no instruction manual and there were also no power pads, nothing. So I think if you would get an Abrams, you would get those things, but I didn't have anything in the box except for the charger.